But the Pittsburgh Steelers, like you said, Hoffy, this is a division game. It is at Heinz Field or Three River Stadium or whatever they're calling it now. It's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the worst roads in America. I do not see the Cincinnati Bengals going into Pittsburgh with Mason Rudolph half ahead and dominating that game without Jamar Chase. Then you got to travel to Kansas City the following week. That is a New Year's Eve game, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Arrowhead is going to be twisted up. They going to be crunk, baby. We going to be popping that. You know what I'm saying? We going to be popping. Because it's New Year's Eve.
Freddie Mahomes going to be pouring alcohol on the freaking fans.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Do it, Brittany. And Tay-Tay's going to be right there doing the waterfall. Give me all that liquor, baby. Listen, the Cincinnati Bengals need to be in 100% panic mode because they need 2 more wins. They play the Browns, Chiefs, and Steelers in these next weeks. If they do not beat the Steelers this week, I don't see them sweeping the Chiefs and the Browns. They might split, but they need two wins of their next 3. So this is a definite panic mode. They need this Pittsburgh Steelers win 100%.
They still have Smith and Boyd too, though. I mean, but I do agree they need this win because you're not gonna win the next 2. I don't see you beating the Chiefs in Kansas City, but and the Browns game is going to be a difficult one too. The Browns are probably going to be playing for a playoff position, the 5th or 6th seed. So you have to have this win if you want to be in the playoff conversation.
Yeah, Week 18 is coming down to a very, very competitive weekend because you have the Lions versus Vikings, you have the Bengals versus the Browns, you have the Colts versus Texans. Everybody battling for playoff positions, playoff spots in that particular time. Who was going to get flexed to the Sunday night game? That is yet to be determined. But Jim says Browning will be the Steelers' starter next season, backing up Justin Herbert. That's a false statement. Ant says, I can't lie. The Bengals have been rolling. They're still alive. They are in the playoffs right now, Ant. Right now, they are 6th place in the playoffs. Above the Colts, above the Texans, above the Bills. Steelers and Browns are sitting at 7-7, and the Raiders still have an outside chance sitting at 6-8. They have a chance. All you got to do is beat the Steelers and Browns or the Chiefs, and you are in, baby. You are in. Ant also says they have a better chance to make it than the Steelers do. Let's look at the Steelers' schedule moving forward, Hafi, because I feel like the Pittsburgh Steelers always seem to play best when they're not expected to like win games, right? Right now, let's just be honest, they are not expected to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Then they travel to Seattle. They're not expected to win that game. In their last game of the season, they played the Baltimore Ravens. If the Pittsburgh Steelers can beat the Bengals and the Seahawks, that will give them 9 wins on the season, giving a Week 18 showdown. Add that to the pile of the list. Beat the Baltimore Ravens at Baltimore to make it into the playoffs. I don't see it happening. So I think you were right. I think the Bengals do have a better shot at making it than the Pittsburgh Steelers. Unless the Colts and Texans both lose out, the Buffalo Bills lose out, then you could have a Bengals Steelers Brown wild card, and that would be dangerous for the Baltimore Ravens. Let's just be honest. John says, gotta go, fellas. Last minute Christmas shopping. Have a great day, y'all. You too, man. Have a great day. I gotta do Christmas shopping too. We're having a family Christmas tonight. And guess what, Hoffy? I haven't bought shit. And I gotta go to work in 2 hours. And Christmas is at 7 o'clock. So, boss man, I'm taking a long lunch. I'm going to the mall. John Schweitzer in the chat. He says it's a Bills versus Lions Super Bowl or Bills versus 49ers Super Bowl this year. Turns out Mahomes without Tyreek Hill is just a modern Russell Wilson. Jesus. Hoffy? Speak on it, man.
That's absolutely false. There's there's no need to even speak on that. How many MVPs does Russell Wilson have?
I think he has two, doesn't he? Maybe one. I don't know.
I don't think he's got an MVP. Super Bowl, sure, but I don't think he's got an MVP. I don't even. Wasn't it like last year or 2 years ago? Like he hadn't even had a first place vote or something like that.
I don't
Something ridiculous.